Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so exhausted today. I stayed up way too late last night. I was like falling asleep in the chair in there, and I was trying to get laundry done. And so I just kept on staying up late and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then I had such a hard time falling asleep last night, and I just kept on tossing and turning all night long. I don't even know what time I finally fell asleep. It was like between 8 and 9. And then I got up at like 12:30. So I am going on very, very little sleep right now. I am so tired. And my plan was earlier today, my plan was to get my videos done. This is actually my 4th video. I wanted to film videos on all of my channels again today, but I ended up only getting 4 videos done, including this one. And as soon as I got done vlogging, I wanted to take a walk tonight, because I took a walk last night, took a long walk last night, and I was like, I am going to have to lay down and take a nap. Like, I'm thinking actually, my neighbor next door, she went to the pool earlier today with my neighbor on the corner and her friend, and she said, are you thinking about going to the pool at all today? And I said, no, I wanted to film some videos and stuff, so I'm thinking about going on Thursday to the pool. It's supposed to be nice on Thursday. So I was like, no, I'm going to film these videos. But like the whole time I was filming videos, I was like, maybe I should just pop down to the pool for like a half an hour. So I think my plan is actually, when the vlog is rendering, I'm going to go to the pool, and I'm going to dip into the pool for like a half an hour, then come back, then upload the vlog, and then lay down and take a nap. That is my plan. It sounds like a perfect plan, and that is my plan for the evening. Sadly, I would love to give you guys lots of updates on the birds, but there aren't any birds on the tree at all. There are no birds in the tree. There are no birds underneath the tree. There are no ducks. I actually haven't seen any ducks in the neighborhood since I've been back, so I don't know if like they went somewhere else or what they're doing. Oh, there's a little chipmunk just ran over there. Well, there's a chipmunk. And I found out last night, I have a family of raccoons, I think, living in the tree. It's like a mother raccoon and like 3 little baby raccoons. I was telling Laura this today, and she was like, well, that's probably my fault because they're redoing her garage. And so she was like, I had the trash outside and it probably like pulled the raccoons. I said, no. I said, I think, I don't know if they just came over here. I don't know what's going on, but, so I was sitting out here last night. Okay, this is such a strange story. So I was sitting out here last night on vacation. So I've told you guys a lot that I watch a lot of like the Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, the American Idol, all the auditions. I love the auditions. And like also like when they're the golden buzzer on Britain's Got Talent. So on vacation one night, I was watching like all of these singing ones. And I love, love, love this audition on American Idol. I think his name is Slater Nally. He was just in the most recent American Idol, and I looked it up, and he came in like 5th place. And he's this guy that, like, his English teacher in high school, so he's like a country singer, and he plays guitar. His English teacher in high school, her son had passed away, and so she had written a poem for her son. And she gave it to him, and he changed it into like song lyrics and wrote this song. I think it's called Traces of You. Yeah, Traces of You by Slater Nally. And so I've been looking to see if it's available on iTunes. And it must have just, I don't know, here I can actually look it up. Let me turn the volume down. I was looking to see when it was coming out. When did it come out? I'll probably say, oh, it came out May 18th, so I don't know. But on vacation, it wasn't like pulling it up. I don't know why. So last night I was sitting here and I was listening to all the like golden buzzer auditions or for, you know, whatever on Britain's Got Talent, and it pulled up his audition because I probably looked at it so many times. And so I was like, oh my god, I love this song. So if you've never listened to it before, put in Slater Nally. His last name is Nalley. If you put it in YouTube, it'll probably pull. Let me pull it up. Hold on a second. Slater Nally. When you put in Slater, it comes up. Well, probably mine because I'm looking for it. Slater Nally, American Idol. And the first one that comes up is actually him singing Over the Rainbow, which he does a fantastic job too. The second video is Slater Nally's Emotional Traces of You, Inspired by Tragedy Moves Judges. And it's this one right here. So I was listening to it last night, and then I downloaded the song, and I was listening to it. The song that you buy my songs on iTunes, doesn't sound a whole lot different this is my first cup of coffee for the day. This is half my coffee from yesterday and half new coffee. It sounds very similar to the song that I auditioned with, but I think that he added some stuff to it. So I was sitting out here last night, and it's hard to see now in the yard at night because the tree has gotten so big. But I could see the one bird feeder kind of swinging back and forth, and I was like, what is going on? And so I kind of like went like halfway down, and I was like, oh, it's a little raccoon. It was like a little baby raccoon, like this big. And so I was like, I don't want to bother it, whatever. So I came back. I know people are like, oh, the raccoons will get in the bird feeders. The bird feeders are for everybody. I don't really care, okay? And the birds haven't come over here in 2 days, really, so let the raccoons have the bird feeders. So anyway, I came back like halfway. I only went halfway, and I came back, and I was sitting in the chair. And as I was sitting here, I could see the one that I initially saw, like, kind of hanging onto the bird feeder and, like, eating off of it. And then, like, in the branch of the tree, I could see, like, I was like, well, it wasn't that big. And so, like, I saw this, like, tail coming up. And I was like, are there 2 of them in the tree? So I went closer, and when I looked, it was like 8 pairs of eyes looked back at me. And so there were 2 babies in the tree, and then the mother raccoon was on the ground. And then, and like anytime I would get close, they would like just like dart up the tree. And so then she had a little baby with her as well. So there's 3 babies and a mother raccoon. I don't know if they're living in this tree or they live somewhere around here, but they came at night to eat. So I was like, all I have in there is like the cornmeal bird feeder for like the Midwest birds. And I was like, what do raccoons eat? So I like Google searched it. And it was like saying like all this stuff is different stuff. But one of the things it said they eat is that they eat like nuts and berries. Well, the one bag that I have left, now I just got 2 bags today of bird feed. But the one bag that I had left was this Wagner's brand. And it was like for critters. And it was like mostly like sunflower seeds, or not sunflower seeds, some kind of seeds, and then nuts and berries. And it's for all kinds of like outdoor critters. And I don't usually use it because the ducks don't love it. And the squirrels don't eat much out of the... Every once in a while I'll get some squirrels out here, but not often. And the chipmunks like the little corn stuff because it's real little, I think. So I put the garage door up, and I like looked at the tree, and they weren't like anywhere like near the bottom of the tree. I think they had like ran up the tree. And so I took that bag, and I like put it on the branches, like all the food in the branches. And then I put the food like around the edge of the tree and all this kind of stuff. And so I like closed the garage door, and I came back out here, and I sat, and all of a sudden they were like all over the ground eating it, and they were like, I don't know, they were so happy because they got their so it's like always like dried fruit and nuts and stuff like that. So anyway, so now it's for the raccoons, but they left the other, the one bird feeder, the wooden one that's kind of open where the birds sit in the middle of it. I think they can get in that one because that one was empty this morning, but the other bird feeders were completely full, and like they didn't hurt them at all. So. But I haven't had many birds out here. My neighbors all said that the birds were here, like, until a couple days ago. So I don't know why the birds aren't coming anymore. I have no clue, but I'm hoping that... Maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I haven't been out here that they've, like, greatly missed me. So hopefully the birds and the few squirrels I get, and the bunny rabbits. I haven't seen the bunny rabbits either since I've been back. So anyway, that was last night. I was listening to this music sitting out here. Actually didn't get started watching TV till real late because I sat out here for a while, and then I was doing laundry and trying to get all caught up on my laundry from my vacation. So I got up today. I was doing my prayers and meditations when my neighbor, well, she was texting me about like they were going to the pool, and she's like, are you going to the pool? And I was like, at that point I was kind of undecided. And then she was walking, she had her like weighted vest on, so she and I sat and talked for a little bit. And then she's like, I think I'm gonna go to the pool. Anyway, I didn't end up going to the pool because I wanted to film these videos. And tomorrow's Cousin Fun Day, and I have a lot of like chores to run tomorrow, a lot of errands to run. So I don't know how long I'll be gone, and that may mean that I don't get to film a lot of videos when I get back. So I was like, okay, today I'm gonna film some videos. But so today I filmed a drama video. Well, I was sitting out here, and I was kind of like going through my list of what videos I'm gonna make, and I like checked my Instagram. I got a bunch of direct messages about this one thing. So I was like, well, that's a fun video to make. So I'll make that video today. So I made that video. And then I wanted to do, so last night I finished, I actually had forgotten that I had started this. Like the night before we left on vacation, I watched like the first 15 minutes. Have you guys seen these documentaries on Netflix called Trainwreck? So it's like a production team, and they're putting out these documentaries called Trainwreck, and then like Poop Cruise was one of those, and which sounds so funny to always say. But then they did one on Astro World. I haven't watched that one all the way through yet, just the beginning of it. They did another one, the mayor of something. They have like 6 out so far, and so last night I watched the American Apparel. Well, I finished it. I had started it in Mexico. I watched and finished the American Apparel one. So I have so many shows that I need to do, that I've watched just recently, that I want to do reactions to. Hold on a second. Videos when I get back. Okay, so Department Q. Somebody said when I finish it. I finished it weeks ago. Squid Game Season 3, The Waterfront. I've got to get caught up on 1,000 Pound Roomies, Harper's Island Sirens, and I wanted to do a reaction to the movie Barbarian. I'm now, like, I also added a list, started in June, of movies when I watch, because before I wasn't watching a lot of movies, but I feel like recently I've watched quite a few movies. So I have what I watch in a year, my movies, and my true crime that I keep every year of what I've watched. So I was going to watch last night 1,000 Pound Roomies from last week, and I was going to do my reaction to it, but I was like, okay, that's going to be 3,000 Pound Roomies reactions in a row, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I was like, let's just finish this American Apparel documentary. So I finished that last night. When I watch true crime, I don't usually take notes. I just watch it and then respond to it on video. It was a very interesting documentary. It was very sad. I didn't really know anything about it going into it, so I watched that last night. Did that reaction video today. Oh, and then I had filmed on our last night. I think I forgot to tell the whole story on my video today that I did, but on our last night when we were in Mexico, I was sitting on the patio. I was getting ready to like watch some shows and stuff, and I was reading through the comments in my vlog, and somebody had said, I said this yesterday, that somebody said, if I had that swim-up pool, I'd be in it all day long. And I was like, get in the pool. So I got in the pool, and I filmed some footage of the pool, because people were asking me like what it looked like and stuff like that. So that was the video I did for my Peter Does Stuff channel today. But Alex had texted me at like 3, and he said he was going to go get his car washed, and he was going to go by Costco, and he had to go to the mall to return something, and then he'd be home between like 5 or 4:30 and 5. So I was like, okay, I don't really have that long to film videos today, because I like to try to get them done before he gets home so he can just relax and stuff. And I got kind of a late start filming videos today, so I was like, I think with the vlog 4 videos it's enough for one day. So yeah, it's interesting because sometimes what like keeps me from filming a lot of videos is that I just don't have a lot of ideas for that day, or I don't feel real creatively motivated. But not that it takes a lot of creativity to do the videos that I do, but I'm still like really like, I think, well, last night I stayed up way too late, tossed and turned, couldn't sleep. So I think it's just like coming back from the trip and then not getting a lot of sleep last night, not getting a lot of sleep tonight. I'm like really dragging. Alex said he is too. Alex is like, I am really like tired all day long. So, but he stayed up really late last night. So he's caught up on Love Island US, but he's getting caught up on Love Island UK. So I went upstairs. I don't even know what time. That coffee is bitter. I don't know what brand it is, but it's bitter. Bitter. So I went upstairs and it was like 1:45 or something. I went up there to like brush my teeth and stuff, and he was still up. And I said, baby, you're going to be so tired tomorrow. He's like, I know, I'm just trying to finish this episode. I think we haven't really realized yet that we're back from vacation, you know? Even though in 2 days I filmed 11 videos. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 videos in 2 days. So I guess that's not too bad. I shouldn't beat myself up about that, right? So yeah, last night, got my vlog done, stuff like that. Took a nap, then got up and walked. It's why my vlog got up late, because when I left from my vlog, or when I left from my walk, my vlog was still not completely uploaded. So I couldn't upload it until after I got back from my walk, which was like 11:40, which is when I got back from my walk. I actually listened to quite a bit of music last night while I was walking. But I did listen to a little bit. I think I listened to like 20 minutes of my book. Let's see how far I am in my book. I really like this cozy mystery. I have an hour and 21 minutes left, so I think I listened to like 40 minutes of it last night. Very Woodsy Murder by Ellen Byron. It's good. I think that's my neighbor sweeping out her garage. So tonight, when I get done with this, I don't know if I'm going to go to the pool. And then you know what I actually might do? I've been wanting to order food. I was going to do it last night and I didn't do it. I've been wanting to order food, so I'm like really kind of craving piata a little bit. You know, when we were on vacation, it's interesting because like I ate like all throughout the day on vacation. Like I'd have something for lunch every day and dinner and snacks in the room and stuff. But when I'm here, I mean, this has always been the case for years. I usually only eat like one meal a night. It's like my big dinner every night. Like before we left, I was trying to eat like you know, the protein bars for breakfast or like oatmeal or something like that. I would do it some days, but not a lot. But trying to eat a little bit more throughout the day. But I've always been for like, I don't know, my heaviest and my lowest, I've always just eaten like one meal a day. I'll graze at night, like late at night if I have snacks. But on vacation, I was like eating more throughout the day. And I think like, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm like getting really, really hungry. So I was thinking, I was like, last night I wanted to order something. Tonight I was like, what am I hungry for? I'm really hungry for piata. I haven't had piata in so long. They have these veggie wrap sandwiches, and then they have, that I love, and then they have like a pasta, they have a couple pastas that I really like. So I'm thinking about getting piata tonight for dinner. Alex said he ate lunch already, so he was like, they went somewhere and he had like chicken fingers or something, so he's not hungry for lunch tonight, or for dinner tonight. So, yeah, I got almost all of my laundry done for the trip. I think I have one load of wash left to do. I folded everything. I got something in the dryer right now. So I think my whites are in the dryer. I have my swimsuits in the wash. No, I think the swimsuits are the last load I have. That's so exciting, isn't it? So yeah, last night I took a nap, and then I went on a walk. Then I came back and took a shower, put my comfy pajamas on. And then, I talked to Tanya last night for like 2 hours on the phone. And then, by the time I got off the phone, Nikki was already asleep, so I didn't talk to Nikki last night. Well, I talked to her earlier in the day. Didn't talk to Nikki last night. And then, what else? We are dead in the middle of the heat of summer, though. Like in Indiana, it is like hot and humid, and it's really not as hot as it was in Mexico. It is. Did I already do the time and temperature check? It is currently 5:57 p.m. and the temperature is. Why is it taking so long to load? Oh, it just shut me out. Okay, hold on a second. It is, it's 87, so it is kind of hot. It says it feels like 89, so it's 87. Perfect for a little evening swim. Daylight. Oh, tomorrow it's supposed to rain. Good, then I won't be wanting to go to the pool when I'm with Caroline for Cousin Fun Day. Cloudy early with showers for the afternoon hours, and then Thursday, 88, mostly sunny skies. Friday, thunderstorms. Saturday, I gotta ask Alex about that dinner that we're supposed to have on Friday. Partly cloudy with afternoon thunderstorms. Sunday. You know what? I might not film that much tomorrow and Thursday. Well, it depends on what time I get home tomorrow. And then go to the pool on Thursday. And then film on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. That might be what I do. I don't know. So yeah, so last night I took a shower, and then I talked to Tanya, got the vlog up when I got back from my walk. Then I took a shower, put my cozy pajamas on. Oh, it was so funny, because when I was on vacation, I've been meaning to say this. I think I was on vacation, or maybe before. Oh, there was a bird on the finch feeder. Did you know I was here and you came back? Oh, it's a beautiful, like, little yellow finch. Oh, there's one on the other side, too. Did you guys hear me talking out here and you knew that I was back? They're so pretty. They're like yellow little finches. Are those goldfinches? I don't know. Oh, the birds are coming back. That makes me so happy. When I say comfy pajamas, like right now, I have my comfy pajamas on. I have these like, these lounge shorts that I bought like a month before we went on vacation. And I got them in pink, light blue, and this like beige color. I got them online somewhere, I don't even know where. They were like $10 each, and they were so comfortable. I was wearing them in the hotel room in Mexico, and Alex was like, because they're like, I usually, like, my sweat shorts that I wear are usually like almost down to my knees, and like they're the Abercrombie ones from like years ago that we got at the outlet mall. I don't know where I got these, but they were like on sale, and I got them for like, I think they were like $10.99 or maybe $9.99. I don't know, but I got like 3 or 4 pairs of them, and so but they're shorter. They're like 5-inch shorts. They like are like my swimsuit. And we were on vacation. Alex was like, I had the blue ones on, and Alex goes, "Where did you?" He goes, "Where did you get? When did you get those shorts?" And I said, "Oh, I bought them a couple weeks ago and I haven't worn them. I just thought I'd bring them on the trip." And he was like, "Those are so cute." And I was like, "Thanks," because he always wears like shorter shorts, you know, like around the house and stuff like that. So I think I might get a couple more pairs of them. They're really comfortable. They just keep on like the strings keep on coming, like the strings just keep on coming out of them. But oh well. So but when I say comfy pajamas, like somebody said, like, do you remember when I used to talk about like shorty pajamas in my videos like years ago and whatever? And then people be like, "What do you mean by shorty pajamas?" So shorty pajamas, what I mean, are like what I wore as a kid when I was growing up in the summers because it was so hot. My mom would turn the air conditioning off like in early evening, and then she would open all the windows. But it really wouldn't get cool until like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's when the air would start coming through from the woods. And so I can remember just laying there and just like soaking and sweating. I was so hot as a kid with my fan just like right on me. But shorty pajamas were like cotton pajamas. I've shown them on here before. That like are plain colored, or they're like pinstripes, but they have like the big buttons on them, like the big plastic buttons. Here, let me show you. I have like 3 pairs of them. I don't wear them very often, if you want to know the truth. You would think I would, since I talk so much about them, but I was like, that is Caroline's car coming down the street. I was like, does she think we're meeting right now? They went the other direction. Hold on a second. Men's short. Whenever I pull it up, it always pulls up like the jersey material, and that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. Oh, these are cute. Oh, these are of course they are. They're Lands' End. These are $80. Oh no, they're $39 right now on sale. These are so cute. Oh my god, I might have to get a pair of these. Look at those. So that's what I'm talking about. And they, like, these don't have big buttons, but they have, like, those buttons. Oh, I might have to get these. They have those. See, you can see him, like, the model in them. Oh, look at those white ones. Are those on sale, too? Yes. Blue Tropical Scene Chambray. I don't love those. But that's what I'm talking about. But you can also get them, like, really cheap. Like, Old Navy has them for $19.90. Oh, maybe Caroline and I'll go to Old Navy tomorrow. Oh, look at these from Old Navy. And they're shorts. This is what I'm talking about. Like, my shorts that I have on right now are, like, that short. Those are cute. Oh, maybe Caroline and I have to go to... Oh, they have them. Oh, they have them in extra large. Okay. Maybe I'll get some of those to read and stuff. Are they even more on sale than that? Hold on a second. I'm going to screenshot the Lands' End one too. They were $19.99 and they were $40. I might just get online and buy these tonight. I haven't gotten anything from... Here's somebody says what size I got. Bought one for my husband, got both colors. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds. He's thin. Got a large and it's roomy and breathable. Also looks like it could be worn outside the house and still really look casual. Oh. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, hey Tiger. So those are shorty pajamas. So what I'm wearing, like when I say I put on my cozy pajamas, it's not like I have like this distinctive definition about it. I mean, if I said cozy pajamas, I could put on a set like that. I think the ones I have are like, I have black ones, I have like gray and white striped, I have like blue and white striped. But anyway, I mean, if I said cozy pajamas, I could put those on just as easily. But what I usually put on is just like a pair of like sweat shorts and a t-shirt is usually what I wear around the house. And always plastic Birkenstock sandals, of which I have like 6 pairs. Probably more than that. I wear them so much. But somebody said something about, well, what do you mean when you mean cozy pajamas? Like, I do, like, I love the shorty pajamas, but when I say cozy pajamas, like when I take a shower, I usually am just like talking about like sweat shorts and a t-shirt. So anyway, did that, and then I talked to Tanya. I talked to her till like 2 o'clock. It was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. She's like, I've got to go to bed. I've got to get up tomorrow morning. So we are not going to a meeting tonight because Tanya's niece had a baby like 2 years ago. And so she was bringing her niece, or her niece was coming, their baby, to go to the pool today. And then her sister, who is Tanya, I keep on saying Caroline, who is also Tanya's niece, she's going to bring her kids. And so she has 3 kids. And so it was going to be like Tanya and her nieces and her grandnieces were going to all go to the pool today, and they were going to go out to dinner afterwards. Oh, I thought there was a squirrel, but it was just a big bird in the yard. They were going to all go to the pool today, and then they were going to go out to dinner tonight. So we're going to do a different day for like a meeting and stuff like that. She doesn't get to see them very often. Like in the summer, Tanya really like tries to have her like grandkids come up here. Somebody asked about that too. They said something about like, I think I said this already about Tanya when I said Tanya's grandkids were visiting from Florida. They said that they thought Tanya only had 1 son, and no, he doesn't have any kids. Tanya has 2 stepchildren from her husband's previous marriage. Tanya and Eric have been together for like, and they've been together for like 35, 40 years now. So anyway, her stepkids are like just a little bit younger than me. So all the grandkids like grew up with, 2 sets of grandparents. So anyway, you get it. Which I think is nice, and they love to come up and see Eric and Tanya and stuff like that. But then she also, like in the summer, she tries to like see all her family and stuff and have them come up to the pool and stuff like that. So that's what she was doing today. So anyway, I talked to Tanya for like 2 hours on the phone last night. And then I was like, after I got off the phone, that was when I texted Nikki, because she had texted me while I was talking to Tanya, and she didn't respond to it. So I knew she was asleep. She had to get up early today. And so I went inside, I was doing some laundry and stuff, listening to a little bit more of my audiobook while I was folding the laundry. And then I was like, okay, I've got to sit down and watch this show because I wanted to do the reaction to it today. So I finished the American Apparel show, and then I finished that movie called Apocalypse Z. It's on Prime. You guys, this is really, really a good movie. It's called Apocalypse Z. It ends on a cliffhanger. They're saying that there was going to be another one, but what I found out was, oh, here's the guy that walked by yesterday with his, I was telling Tanya about him yesterday. Hey, how are you? So actually I looked it up. You guys look, Marvis Big Teeth's has cutouts. He's passed away, which breaks my heart. But his mom is selling these cutouts with like on a stick, Marv's face. So, what is that? Oh, that was the screenshot that I did Peter Ism's video about yesterday. Every day you have a choice. You can focus on all the many reasons why you should be angry and sad, or you can focus on the many reasons why you should be grateful and happy. Choose wisely. I actually posted this thing on my Instagram from my Aunt Angelou, who also sadly has passed away. Have you guys heard this before? I love this.
So many rainbows. I've had so many rainbows in my clouds. I had a lot of clouds. But I have had so many rainbows. And the thing to do, it seems to me, is to prepare yourself so that you can be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. Somebody who may not look like you, may not call God the same name you call God, if they call God at all. You see? And may not eat the same dishes prepared the way you do, may not dance your dances or speak your language, but be a blessing to somebody. That's what I think.
Loved her so much. Learned so much from my Angelou. I do want to say this, and I said something about this not too long ago in my video, and it actually got a lot of response in a way that I didn't really expect it to, and it was when I was talking about what I think is that I think the world needs more lemonade stands. One of the reasons why I don't, people will comment on my vlogs, and people direct message me, and why aren't you talking about this, and why aren't you talking about that? I feel like in the world, Tanya and I were talking about this last night. I mean, it's been like this for a long time, but I feel like even more so now. It's like every day you wake up, there's something to respond to or talk about or bring awareness to. And I think all of that is important. I do. I've always wanted this channel to just be a reprieve. I I too, like everybody else, am on social media, and I see the posts on Facebook, and I see the fear, and I see the opinions. The camera stopped. It's at the 30-minute mark. But I too, like, am on social media, and I see the fear, and I see all this. And, you know, I think, I don't know when it was, months ago, Alex and I had this very serious conversation, and we were like, it's always important. I'm trying to keep this very vague, okay, like, and not be specific to any one topic or issue that's going on in the world. So I'll just keep it vague. But like, Alex and I had made a very concerted choice that we were going to do the things that we could do to improve this world, but also at the same time not choose to live in panic and fear. That it doesn't do me any good, and I don't think it does the rest of the world any good. I think it's important to stay aware, to stay educated. But it doesn't, I don't react to crisis well, or things in my life or in life well, when I'm in a state of panic and fear. I just don't. That doesn't mean that I don't have panic and fear in my life. That means that there are tools that I have to work through it. There are safe people for me that I talk to about things like that. But I've always wanted this vlog and my other channels as well to be safe spaces. And like I was going to say, you know, like, I have social media too. I see all the same things that you guys do. I see all the stories. I have personal people in my life that are going through all of these things. And that doesn't mean that I don't care about it, or I think anybody that has watched my vlog for any period of time, or watched any of my videos for a period of time, knows that I care very deeply about world issues, not just in our country, but world issues that are going on. And there was a period where I thought, I really consciously thought it through, and I thought, if I start talking about this or I start talking about that, then it's going to be all the time. It's very similar, that's exactly what this channel would turn into. It would be every day, because then what somebody wants me to talk about is different than what somebody else wants me to talk about. And then if I don't talk about that, then it means I don't care about that issue, which is not the case. Very much reminds me of when I was in my youth. And I can remember going to Earth Day rallies and, you know, anti-war rallies, and going to candlelight vigils during Desert Storm, and fighting for gay rights, and recovery issues, and mental health awareness. And it was like, I was always, this is after I got sober, always doing something. And what I realized was that I was really impacting very little change in the world. That I was impacting very little change because I think it's easy to I'm like, how much do I really want to get into about this? I see a lot of people throw up a lot of stuff online because that equals, I really care deeply about this topic going on in the world. But then there's not really any kind of follow through 6 months later. Like, do you still care about human beings? And that's a question I've had to ask myself through the years. Like, where am I impacting the most change? I think what I've learned is, in sharing my recovery story, I think that's relatable to people that are going through it, or family members or friends that have somebody that's going through it. I think in sharing my story of what it's like to be a gay man, which is just one color of the rainbow, and not the only experience. I mean, every gay man out there is going to have a completely different experience, is one way to impact change. To let somebody see. I remember years ago when I started my videos, this woman reached out to me and sent me this very nice email. And she was like, you know, she was like part of this very like evangelical religion, and they were very anti-gay, and she didn't really, like, had never really thought about it before. She never really interacted with any gay people. And she had found my video on a topic that I was talking about on my drama channel, and that's how she had found me, because she was interested in that topic. And then she started watching my vlogs, and what she realized was that in me talking about my marriage was not a whole lot different than her marriage or her friends' marriages. And me talking about my life was not a whole lot different than her talking about her life. And she said, you know, thank you for allowing me to see a different perspective, or I don't know how she said it at that time, but just a different point of view, you know, by just getting to know me. And that is one of the ways that I feel like if I've ever impacted any change, I've impacted change that way. Not by shoving it down somebody's throat or whatever. I just, personally, that's it. But, you know, the reason why I don't get into dissertations on any of my channels, but specifically this one, is because I don't know at the end of the day. I'm tired. I know you guys are tired. You've gone to work all day long. Some of you 2 jobs, 3 jobs, putting food on the table for your kids, doing homework with your kids, getting baths, you know, trying to find a little bit of moment that you can. I don't know about you, but when I roll through stuff online, I think it's important to educate myself. So if I see something and I don't know about it, I will Google search articles and I'll educate myself on it. But when I just roll and it's just one thing after another, it changes my well-being. And then I start seeing things from a very negative point of view. And I was just actually having a conversation with a friend of mine about this not too long ago. And who I would say is very, very like-minded. And she was recommending a TV show to me. And when she was talking about the TV show, she was like so excited. She was so happy. And then we got into this kind of like dissertation, you know, about things that are going on. And she wanted to have this very heated conversation about it. And I just was silent. And she's like, what do you think? And I said, I think very similarly to you, you know? And she said, I don't know what I think about getting all riled up about it, unless I'm going to put action to all of that. Like, the people in my life years ago, I'm not going to say that I don't have friends of mine that have difference of opinions, but I would say philosophically, on my belief system about how we treat human beings in this world, I don't have people around me that differ from that. I just don't. The older I've gotten, like Tanya says, the road narrows. I don't have people in my life that philosophically believe that gay people shouldn't be married, or that gay people shouldn't be alive, or that I don't have those people in my life anymore. I just don't. And to be honest with you, I didn't really anyway. So it wasn't hard to, you know, get rid of that. But I'm not just talking about that issue. I'm talking on a lot of issues. I'm not saying that if somebody says to me, I don't agree with you, I'm like, you're out of my life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if they're not open to listening to other people's experiences or points of view, and they come from a very bigoted stance, I just don't really have time for it in my life. I just don't. And I was raised by a woman that, like, my mother she didn't really allow negativity in her home. So I was talking to my friend this day, and I said, you know, here's the thing. If I'm talking to somebody that's not open-minded, that their opinion is different than mine, because I do learn a lot from people that have different opinions or different points of view than mine, if we can have a conversation. But if their concern is getting the most likes on a post, or shouting the loudest, or not sharing an experience with me, just sharing, well, I'm right, you're wrong, then what's the point of having the conversation? I'm just asking. Like, am I going to change anybody's point of view by saying, well, let me explain to you what it is like from my point of view? Like, if we're not willing to have those conversations, I've said this for years in my videos, we stopped having conversations in this world, then what is the point of me shouting that and getting in somebody's face and getting all heated up? I'm wasting time on this earth. And if I'm talking to like-minded people that feel the same way as me, what are we talking about unless we are talking about educating other people? If they're not open to being educated, or people are educating us, because I don't know everything. I have to be educated on a lot of things world issues-wise. Or I'm educating myself, or I'm willing to put action to that and actually do something behind it. Then, you know, it was like, just to throw out an example, Sebastian Soto is a drama channel. And at the time and lives in LA, he and his husband or partner were like, they had to move out of their apartment and move in with some people. And I remember at that time, like, everybody was posting stuff about the LA wildfires, and a lot of people were doing fantastic work, right? But Sebastian Soto was raising money, and like on Amazon, and like, what do people need? I mean, he himself was displaced and was trying to find, and I so was impressed with that. I just was like in that moment, I was like, that is who I want to be. You don't have to love everything about somebody. You don't have to respect everybody. Not that I don't about him, I'm just saying. But like in that moment, I was like, You know, Tanya always says, do you want to be part of the solution or do you want to be part of the problem? I want to be part of the solution and I want to be part of the action. You know what I mean? And if I'm not going to, then it's just this. It's just, and I can remember, like, he thrown up some videos of, like, or some footage of him and, like, his partner having to, like, move out of their apartment. Never complained about it. Was always focused on the victims that had it worse than he did, and, you know, in LA and the wildfires and how bad it was. I just was so impressed. I was like, I like to surround myself around people that make me want to be a better person. That makes me want to be a better person. To me, just because you throw something up and post it doesn't necessarily show me that you really care a whole lot about it. And just because somebody talks about it in a video, I don't think necessarily means that you're doing any action about it or doing anything. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person, you know? And I also think it's really important for me, and I can only speak to me, that before I speak to something, I really want to fully understand it. I have in my youth and years ago spoken on things that I had no business speaking on because it wasn't my life experience and I didn't know enough about it. I think we live in a world now where everybody has an opinion, and I think social media has really hurt this a lot, where everybody has an opinion and they want their opinion to matter and they want to get validation. And it's not just about validation on social media, it's validation from when I was 6 years old and I didn't get validation, so I want to get validation somehow, and I'm going to shout it in a tweet or a Facebook post, and you're going to listen to me, and if you don't agree with me, then I'm going to unfriend you and all this kind of stuff. But we don't listen to people anymore. Nobody does, really, right? So a while ago, years ago, when I started this vlog, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I don't even remember what the issue was at that time, some world issue that was going on, I had to make a decision. And I said to myself, at the end of the day, when I'm done with everything, and I'm laying in bed, or I'm reading a book or watching a show, unless I'm seeking it out, which I do that, I think we all do, seeking it out to educate myself or find out more about something that's going on. I don't want that to become the focal point of my videos. I'm not going to say, and I will not say that there will not come a moment that I don't feel like I need or feel in my heart of hearts that I should make a video about something. But that's to say that the moment that I start that, people will become, some people will expect that then I speak to every issue. That's kind of the problem, right? Is if you speak to one issue, then people expect you to speak to every issue. So it's this fine line, because people will say things, well, why don't you say anything about this? You know, why don't you say anything about that? It's like, I feel horrible for the people in Texas right now in the flooding. I know a lot of people that watch my videos aren't living in Texas. I'm sending lots of love and prayers to you. You don't have to believe in prayer, I do. I think it's horrible what's going on out there. I cannot even imagine living through that. You know, and just because I speak to that doesn't mean that I don't care about a million other things. You know, we just had mass shooting in Indianapolis, and there was another mass shooting in, like, Philadelphia. I mean, it doesn't mean because I say one thing about one thing, I don't care about everything else. I care about it all. I honestly don't know how. I think one of the things I'm trying to rationalize in this world is, how do you live in this world as a caring human being that cares about other people and care about all these things that are going on? To each person's story is individual. When you see that 100 people die because of flooding in Texas, or over that now, okay, but to each one of those people, it's a different family, a different story, different friends, different, I mean, and you think about that on a gross international level of things that are happening in countries on mass levels, you know, and all the injustices that are happening in the world. Where would I ever stop talking about it on my channels, you know? And so then, I think that's where I come to the concept of, I think what the world needs is more lemonade stands. And that's really, truly, if you want to know how I feel about any world issue, that's how I feel about any world issue. It's surprising to me sometimes when I get comments from people and they'll say, well, why haven't you spoken to this? And I'm like, well, I don't know. There's, like, so many things that I feel so strongly about. I don't really know where I would start or where I would stop. It doesn't mean that I don't care, because I do. I care greatly about those things. I don't understand how, as human beings, we live in this world and we don't care about what's happening to other people. I don't understand that at all. But I also, for you, at the end of the day, when a lot of people tell me, oh, I watch your video, your vlog, when I'm getting my makeup done in the morning, or getting ready for work, or feeding the kids breakfast, or I have it on in the background listening to it like a podcast when I'm, like, you know, going to work, or I'm walking. Somebody's walking around right now. Or my, partner and I will listen to it in bed at night as we go to sleep. I'm not sure that that's when everybody wants a dissertation on what you should or shouldn't believe on a, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can find that. There's 1,000,001 places you can find that online. I want this to be a respite from that. It does not mean that I don't care. I care greatly. And I don't understand how people could watch my videos for so long and not understand how greatly I care. Like, that to me is kind of surprising. I feel like it comes out in a lot of what I speak about. So I just wanted to say that, because I did want to say something about what was going on in Texas with the flooding. But then if I say that, I know I'm going to get, trust me, I'll get 6 DMs tonight, and people will say, but you didn't talk about this. You didn't. It's like a tally that we're keeping, right? On what's a more important issue than the other. There's a lot of really important issues going on in the world right now. And in all honesty, so much of it makes me so sad on a daily basis. And I'm not, the tripod fell. I grabbed my coffee and then the tripod fell. But in all honesty, I'm not the person that can just like turn away and not look at it. Like, I have to educate myself. But I had to make a decision a while ago, It's on what I wanted this channel to be. And there's only been a few times that I've asked people not to bring up stuff on the vlog. Maybe 2 or 3 times about world stuff. And people are usually really, really respectful about that. But in all honesty, it's not about me or what I stand for or what I believe. It's really a protectiveness out of a safe place for you guys to have a respite. But I will say this, okay? That in 8 years, well now, this is the 9th year. In 9 years, on a pretty regular basis of doing this vlog, I'm filming for a long time until PP passed away. I filmed every single day. So in 9 years of posting over 300 vlogs a day over here, I feel like the comment section has stayed very classy and very respectful. When somebody has something that happens to a family member or a loved one, people flood it with, I'm so sorry. You guys are very supportive of each other. And to some degree, we have been able to keep this a somewhat safe space. And that really doesn't have anything to do with me. That has to do with you guys that watch the videos and comment on the videos. And I honestly think, and it makes me very, very proud, that in the midst of all this going on, that I think that what this channel and the comment sections and the people that are attracted to this channel, and the people that watch this video, which I find you to be the majority of you, highly intellectual, highly educated on a lot of different issues, but world events as well, and aware of what's going on. I don't think, it doesn't mean that none of us care. I think what it means is that, to some degree, this channel represents the lemonade stand that I think the world needs more of. A safe space where innocence still exists. When I say that what the world needs is more lemonade stands, I'm not saying an ignorance to what is going on in the world. What I'm saying is we need more safe spaces, because it's the lemonade stands and the innocence of a lemonade stand that when you drive by or you walk by and you see kids out there trying to sell lemonade, okay? And that innocence, I don't know for you, but what it gives me is, it gives me hope in this very scary world that we live in. And I have some options when I wake up. I can wake up and I can just be consumed with the fear and the negativity, or I can ask myself, what do you do about it? I can say, do I want to be part of the problem, or do I want to be part of the solution? I can ask myself, who do I want to be when I present myself to the world? Do I want to be funny and lighthearted and cheer people up? Do I want to give people a different perspective on a different way of thinking? Like showing the Maya Angelou thing, I think we've all had a lot of clouds in our life, but there are rainbows too. Who do we choose to be? I want to be the rainbow for people. I want at the end of the day for this to be a channel that exists where people can go, this is what I need at the end of my day to get my mind off things. But I did want to say something about Texas, and I didn't want people to think that it doesn't mean that I don't care about other world events, because I don't want it just to be like, okay, well, here's a checklist of the world events today. Let's talk about this and this and this and everything that's going on. A lot of things in the world make me really sad. A lot of things in the world have always made me sad. When you get to 53 years old and you're having conversations with your friends that are your age or much older than you, and you're saying things are bad, things have been bad, my mom was somebody that got very, very consumed with the negativity of the world, and was very educated on it. Educated me on a lot of things that I was not aware of. But I also saw it take a huge toll on her mental health. And she couldn't find a balance. And I guess in my life right now, I'm kind of just trying to find a balance from all of it. And it's probably part of why I do love TV shows and movies and books and making videos. And, you know, I think for all of us, it's a little bit of a reprieve from the really scary, sad stuff that's going on in our world. And I don't think that because we don't want to talk about it 24 hours a day, that doesn't mean that that's not a reality or it's not going on. It doesn't mean that we're feigning ignorance to those things or that we don't care. But I think the question is, for me, what am I doing about those things? Am I treating people differently? Am I being kinder? What am I doing? You know? Oh my gosh, you guys, this tripod fell again. And can I just tell you, the camera is getting really, really hot. I don't think I've been at an hour yet, have I? No, I haven't. I think I have to ask myself, like, who do I want to be in this world? I got kind of consumed with the heat of the camera when I was, like, trying to fix the tripod, and I was like, oh my god, the camera, kind of forgot what I was talking about a little bit. But I have to ask myself, who do I want to be? And I want to be part of the solution. You know, I don't want to be part of the problem. And sometimes, to me, my perception is just my perception. That when I see, like, post after post after post after post and post, and people, like, it's like, I don't see that that's helping a whole lot. It doesn't help me. So then I have to ask myself, well, how can I be part of the solution? I don't know. I just wanted to say a little bit about that. See, this is why I don't love to get into stuff like this, like real deep stuff on this channel. Because if I do, then I never know, like, kind of like... Do you ever feel like, when you read the articles and you see the stuff going on in the world, it's like, you don't fully understand it. Like, as many articles as I read, I understand it, but I don't really, like... I don't understand it fully. And it makes me feel like a kid again. And then... all this scary stuff that's going on in the world, like, you know, when your parents would, like, my mom would watch, like, the 11 o'clock news every night, and I can remember laying in my bed, and I could hear the news from the other room, and it would be like, and this happened, and that happened, and I didn't really understand it, but I knew to be scared. Like, it made me scared, just hearing it, hearing the tone of the newscasters, and, you know, then my mom and her friends would talk about it or whatever. Another bird just came out here. They're learning that I'm back. I think that's sometimes how I feel today. And I think I'm trying to still figure out how to navigate each day in this world the best that I possibly can as a person that loves other human beings and cares about other people. And I'm just doing my best. So. What was I saying? I think I was looking through my phone. What was I looking through my phone for? Was I talking about the song, American Idol? Oh, like I was looking at pajamas. Big Marv thing. Oh, I know what I was looking at. Okay. So, the movie that I watched last night, that's what I was going to tell you guys. I finished the movie Apocalypse Z last night. And it is by this guy. I thought I screenshot his books. Maybe I did. Maybe I just put it on my wish list. This is not it. No, I must have put it on my wish list. So it's Manuel something. Starts with an L. So the guy that wrote the Apocalypse Z book, he's a Spanish author. He's written like 3 or 4 books in that series. So the movie just ends out of nowhere. It's like a cliffhanger. Not out of nowhere, but it's pretty much a cliffhanger. That movie is so good, you guys. I mean, it stands up there with the other apocalyptic movies. I was blown away. It was so good. But then when I got done with that, my laundry still was not done. I think I'm going to listen to the books of that series, because there's 4, and I want to find out what happens. But anyway, And my laundry still wasn't done. And here's the thing, if I left it in the dryer, then it'd be all, the t-shirts and stuff would be wrinkled the next day, and it was all t-shirts. So I had to wait for it to like get done drying. So, I watched a little bit of Love After Lockup, and then I went to bed. And then I tossed and turned, and I stayed up way too late, and I couldn't sleep, so. And now here we are today. Now I'm even thinking maybe I'll just skip the pool, and I didn't think I was going to get some real deep conversation today. Maybe I'll just skip the pool, and I'll just go right to a nap. You know what? I haven't read comments on here in a while. Should I read some comments? Hold on a second. Please hold. Do people still say that anymore on the phone? I don't make that many phone calls, so I wouldn't know. Please hold. Okay. Oh my God, Sally said, I've always kind of wondered when Lena's birthday was. You know what, actually? Let's look. So, when would that have been? Would have been September 2023 or 2024. I'm going back in my pictures. Because Jason's birthday, I think, is in August. And then we went, maybe it was 2022? Was that the, oh, wait, here it is. No, that was, I was like, screenshots of the casino. I was with Valerini. Or did we go in August? No. I wish I'd taken a picture of it. Of the hat. August 10th. Why does that look like we're on a plane somewhere? Oh! I was like, what trip is that? That was when I went with Nikki to visit Mel. Look, that's when I first met Nikki, was on that trip. That's us in the airport coming back. Aww. This was the TV that we watched Goodnight Sugar Babe on outside. Here's me and Mel laying in the bed. Oh, that was such a fun trip. Okay. So it would have been the year before that? It was September that we went out there, wasn't it? Why can I not find this? Well, it wasn't Labor Day because we were at Caroline's with Alex's mom. All these pictures of Boo Radley. He was the best. Oh, that's when we went and saw Swedish House Mafia in Chicago. God, how long ago was that? Was that 2021? Maybe it was 2021 that we went out to for Jason's birthday. When was that? Hold on. We're gonna find out Lena's birthday. When was it? Well, that looks like we were in Las Vegas for our anniversary then. Did we go right back out for Jason's birthday like 2 weeks later? We did not do that. Whatever year we went, why can't I not find any pictures of this? Oh, here it is. September, here we are, because we stayed at the Wynn. September 25th. Oh, yeah, because here's the picture where Melissa, Aaron, and Eric and I went to the Zach Bagans thing. So it wouldn't have been that day. Okay, it would have been... This is when we all went out to dinner at the Golden Steer, or whatever that place was called. It was the day they got the cabana. So it wasn't that day. It wasn't that day of Zach Bagans. It was September 18th. Because here we are. There's Melissa and our friend at the cabana. So it was... So Lena's birthday is September 18th. Yeah, Melissa and Aaron. So it was September 18th. We now know what Lena's birthday is. September 18th. That is so hilarious. I think I wore it that night, too. In a vlog. September 18th. Well, you are forever in our memory, Lena. Lena Babena. Well, Sally, now we know. Unless that wasn't actually her birthday. She was just celebrating her birthday. Oh, you guys are all saying a welcome home. Oh, Naveed said, might have said this before, Zombie Fallout by Mark Tufo. Books are 10 times better than The Walking Dead. Okay, so I bought like the first 3 as a package on Audible, but I haven't listened to them yet. Somebody, Prissy Kitty said that she was watching a video with me and Laura from 7 years ago, and that I look the same, if not better. You have not aged. You look awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Adriana mentioned the cardinal out there. Stephanie was like, I know what you mean needing a vacation from your vacation. So my husband, I read this last night or earlier today. So my husband and I did just that this year. We went to a beach for a week, and then my husband took off the following week from work to just lounge around the house. I am all about that. Welcome back, said Laura. Coffee said, just finished the second Clown, the Cornfield. Oh, that's what I watched Love After Lockup, then I started that. That's why I went to bed real late. I know it's supposed to be crazy and campy, but the second one is even more nonsensical and ridiculous. Okay, so somebody else, thank you, Coffee, for that. Somebody else mentioned the movie and said the movie is just as bad as the book. The movie completely changes the book, okay? Like, the beginning of the movie is nothing like the book. The book is like 100 times better than the movie. But I only got like 20 minutes into the movie. But all the characters are different. I mean, their names are the same and stuff, but... another Sally, got lots of Sally, said, oh, what a sight for sore eyes back on the front porch. It's like my security blanket. Y'all are so sweet. Kim Beauty said, I don't know what's going on, but there were so many ads in this vlog that doesn't usually happen. Okay, I don't know about that. So let me tell you, in May, YouTube changed everything to where you could either have them not put ads in, before you could place your own ads, or they would sometimes place them in themselves. I just, on all my channels now, I just let YouTube place all the ads. So the amount of ads on my video, that is completely up to YouTube. It just says like include mid-roll ads. You just check the box and you have to leave it checked. In May, they switched it all over. I don't know when in May. The second week, third week of May. So I don't do the ads in my videos anymore. YouTube, I mean, you can add a ad in there or not, but I never on my vlog do I. So I don't know why. I'm sorry that you guys got a lot of ads if you did. I don't know why. So, it's interesting when people say that because, oh, well, 2 people liked it. Some people will say like, yeah, they'll respond and say, I didn't get any ads at all. And other people will be like, yeah, this video had a lot of ads on it. I have no idea, but you can it's not my fault. On this channel specifically, I don't put any of the ads up. On my other channels, sometimes I'll try to like space them out and stuff like that. Because it's weird how YouTube does it when they include ads. They'll like put like 4 ads together within like a minute and then not an ad for like 10 minutes. It's really when there's like break in speech. And I talk so much that there's not a lot of break in speech. But on this one, they kind of space them out. So I don't usually ever do anything. So I don't know why you got a lot of ads. I'm sorry that you did. And people always ask me too, like, if you watch the ads all the way through, do I get paid more? I'm sure I do. I just don't know how much. It means a lot to me that you watch my videos. If you watch the ads, I really appreciate it. I'm sure I make more money off that, but I have no idea how much. I do know that if you have YouTube Red or YouTube TV, like, you get like a higher percentage on your videos for that. So, because people will be like, we don't get any ads because I have YouTube Red or YouTube whatever it's called today. But that actually helps channels more. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'm not the person to ask about the pay-in structure of YouTube. I mean, I don't really know how a lot of it works and stuff like that. So I don't really get it, and I don't know a lot about that. But I'm sorry there were more ads in this video. I don't know why that is. I'll go in there and look when I get done with this and see. Oh, Neffy said, I commented earlier, but for some reason YouTube deleted it. I have no idea why either. People think I delete comments. I don't. It's YouTube does it. Sometimes if you like put a lot of comments, but also it's like keywords or parts of keywords. And then sometimes YouTube just like, I don't know why. People will say my comment didn't stay up. I have no idea. I haven't deleted comments in forever on my channel, so I have no idea what that is. But she said, for your allergies, maybe ask your doctor about switching to Claritin. It's non-drowsy and you can get generic at Costco. Just a suggestion. So glad you're back. Home on the front porch. Thank you so much. I don't know if Claritin has... So I have a funny reaction to antihistamines. So any kind of allergy medicine that has antihistamines, Tanya's the same way. I know a lot of people that have been sober for a long time that I have a weird reaction to antihistamines. I don't. Like, I feel very hyped up on them, and so I just don't at all. So I don't know if Claritin has antihistamine in it, or even anything. But, like, when I said that the last time, people were like, well, the medicine that you take has the aloe vera. It has a very low level of it. I don't feel... I mean, when I take the allergy medicine, I don't feel, like, hardly anything on it at all. There's my neighbor across the street. You fixing your garden?
Yeah.
You're moving stuff around? I'm going to come over there and see you in a second. I'm about to... Oh, the battery just went to the halfway mark. Laura said Apocalypse Z is so good. I loved it. My son said it was a little slow to start, but I loved it too. Well, I didn't mind the slowness at the start of this movie. Sometimes I do. But it was the character building that I loved so much. Courtney said, welcome home, Peter. Tomorrow's my 35th birthday on July 8th. I took the week off of work to enjoy the pool and spend time with my family and friends. I'm so excited. Happy birthday to you, Courtney. And we will end it on a very, very important day, your birthday. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Courtney. Happy birthday to you. Oh my God, I was in the middle of singing happy birthday to Courtney when my neighbor started saying a bunch of stuff about somebody in our neighborhood. Anyway, so I just stopped the camera. But Courtney, I hope that you have the most magically amazing birthday in the entire world. If nobody else has told, well, this is to everybody. I hope you all are having a happy Tuesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday to everybody.